necklace I helped recover while solving that scarlet hand case a while back. I'm on my way to Venice, Italy. Apparently, someone there has been dressing up in a mask and cape and stealing valuable pieces
Yeah, it's
of
no longer
art.
Friday,
The
Junior.
news media
It's
called him
Friday.
the Phantom, not only because of the way he dresses, but because he leaves behind so few clues. Prudence, who loves Venice and belongs to an organization dedicated to preserving the city's art, is outraged the thief hasn't been caught yet. So she talked someone she knows at the GDIF, the Italian version of our FBI, into having me help the police in their investigation. She arranged for me to stay in Venice in the palazzo she used to own, which now belongs to a well-to-do widow named Margherita Faubourg. Beyond that, all I know for sure is that I'll be working undercover, and as soon as I arrive, the police will send me something that will lead me to my assignment. What it will be, I have no idea. But am I excited? Oh, see.
See. Okay, so there's a thief. Gonna catch a thief. Oh, Light. Pow is the one I was telling you about who fell in love with the villain of Ghost of Moondog Lake and is the inspiration for the New Vegas character we were playing. Mrs. Pow. Okay. Today is certainly a day, so true. Let's solve some Nancy Drew puzzles to make it a good day. Let's take our dictionary and let's go. Ooh, honey. Oh, honey. We are a junior detective here. True, pal. Can't get any sweeter. It's unfair to the rest of us. Of course.
Let me out of here! Hey! Open the door!
Already? Nancy?
Oh, no! Well,
Really?
Nancy, things are not looking good. What the heck happened?
Okay,
This
it's a
case
flash
started out
forward.
So well. I mean, what could be better than waking up in Venice, Italy?
Bittersweet. Okay. Let's do this.
That's my roommate's stuff. Mine's on the other side of the room.
You've got a roommate?
Let's see, what should I wear?
Oh, we get to pick our outfit? Hell yeah, let's make Nancy look terrible. Would this look worse? Yes, it does. Okay, we're set. Violet is indeed a sweetie pie. Yeah, why does she have this? She's wearing it. Okay, why can we look in here? I mean, I appreciate knowing that Nancy brushes her teeth. What about lipstick? No. Okay. And a scarf. Or the belt. No, the belt makes it look better. I think without. But she doesn't have a coat or anything. She just has a hat. She's weird. And the glasses. Can we have them as well? Yeah, perfect. The bobby pins could very well be lockpicks because some of them are quite separated. Okay, Nancy, you look fabulous. We don't have any numbers. just yet. Oh, this is like a game where she doesn't have a phone, but it's like this new setting. That's cool. Who the heck are you? Why is there a picture of you? Venice is so beautiful this time of year. Hild, I found some lovely mosaics that I picked up from a friend. I'll send them your way once I find some time. Helena. Oh no. I mean, I don't know any German. I actually do not speak a single word. Okay. Maybe we can get a German dictionary later. We've just got this Italian one. Let's get reading. An interactive guide to Venice. Wow. This is a lot. The land upon which the city of Venice, or Venezia in Italian, was built is actually comprised of 118 small islands emerging from the shallow waters at the tip of the northern Adriatic Sea. Early settlers knew that a city set in the middle of a lagoon would be easier to defend from marauders than one on land. They also recognised that its unique location gave it the potential of becoming an important centre of trade, especially with countries to the east. So island by island they drove pilings made of oak and pine wood deep into the subsoil until they hit compacted clay. Using those pilings as foundations, they built houses atop them made of wood and brick and faced with heavy stone, resulting in structures that stood for hundreds of years. It's history time, guys! In fact, many of the buildings that today make Venice one of the most picturesque cities in the world were built well over 400 years ago. Most of the 150 canals for which the city is famous are natural. Filled with brackish water, they are channels which flowed between the islands upon which the city was built. Some 409 bridges span these canals. Bridges that were built over smaller canals are often privately owned, which means its owners can and do charge a toll to walk across. Oh my god. To make matters worse, many of the smaller bridges have neither roofs nor walls, so that crossing them at night often proves extremely challenging and wet. Okay. Yes, everyone get your popcorn. Let's learn about Venice. I mean, this is a lot of information, but sometimes, like, I feel like most of the time when you read the books, it does, like, help you with the story. The almost 2-mile stretch of water known as the Grand Canal is perhaps Venice's most well-known feature. With its vaporettos, water buses, gondolas and water taxis, the activity on the canal itself is almost as fascinating as the grand and often colourful palaces on its shores. Many of the most spectacular sights in Venice are located near the Piazza, open square of San Marco. Most prominent, of course, is the Basilica di San Marco, the Cathedral of St. Mark, which was completed in 1094. Its mixture of Byzantine, Romanesque and Arabesque architectural styles. You know when you, like, know how to pronounce a word but you can't make your mouth say it? That's always me and this Byzantine. That's probably right. Indicative of the multitude of forces that helped make Venice into a vibrant cultural centre. Inside the basilica are numerous relics and stunning mosaics, as well as the 4 magnificent bronze horses which were taken from Byzantium during the Fourth Crusade. Byzantine. Yeah. Byzantine. It's confusing. Byzantium is much easier to say. During the Fourth Crusade. Oh my gosh, my dog is snoring on the floor. Nearby in the Doge's palace, a testament to the opulent lifestyle which the dukes that ruled Venice enjoyed until the Venetian Republic ended in the 18th century. The tall bell tower, or campanile, that was built near next to the basilica, is the tallest structure in Venice and affords spectacular views of the city. The ancient and beautiful Rialto Bridge affords wonderful views of the Grand Canal. Best seen from the Grand Canal, the Ponte di Sospiri, the Bridge of Sighs, was so named because it was the bridge connecting the Doge's palace, which served as the seat of government for hundreds of years, with its dungeon. Ooh. It was said that people being escorted across the bridge to the prison would sigh as they looked outside, knowing it would be a long time, if ever, before they should see daylight again. They are not cute snores, but he's cute. Just off the Piazza San Marco is the Museo Cora, a museum with wonderful displays of medieval and Renaissance art and artifacts, while on the other side of the Grand Canal is the Galleria dell'Accademia. Its extensive collection of Venetian art throughout the ages is truly spectacular. Gelato! Oh wow, a whole page and a bit for ice cream. No visit to Italy would be complete without at least one visit to a gelato shop. Contrary to popular belief, the Italian ice cream known as gelato did not get its name because it contains gelatin. Rather, it comes from an Italian word which means frozen. Like the ice cream, which most Americans are familiar, gelato is made from whole cow's milk and sugar, which are stirred while they are being frozen to form a dense, creamy product. Gelato, however, is usually flavoured with fresh fruit and contains less butter fat than ice cream, 4 to 8% versus 10 to 18%, and less air, resulting in a healthier product with a more intense flavour. The best gelato is made daily. It must be kept in a special freezer and is usually scooped out of trays instead of bins. Bins? I had gelato in Italy. It was delicious. Commedia dell'arte. From the 15th century through the 18th century, a form of improvisational theatre known as commedia dell'arte thrived in Italy and influenced theatre throughout Europe. A commedia dell'arte troupe consisted of 10 people, 7 men and 3 women. Like other Renaissance theatre troupes, they travelled from town to town performing plays. But unlike other troupes, they did not simply act out memorised lines. Rather, everything they said was improvised, made up on the spot. Goodness. Can we get a drink? They did not, however, make up the story as they went along. The troupe would work from an outline which described the basic plot broken into acts. As the commedia dell'arte genre evolved, so did some of the characters the performers created to bring their scenarios to life. These stock characters always dressed and acted the same way and used the same props from one play to the next. The masks the actors wore also helped their audience recognise stock characters. A black mask with a long nose meant an actor was portraying the vicious, physically deformed, crafty man known as Pulcinella, while an actor wearing a mask with bushy eyebrows and a heavy furrowed brow was playing Pantalone, whose greed and naivety often set the plot in motion. So compelling were these characterizations that Shakespeare and later Molière employed them to varying degree in their comedies. Carnival. In Venice, Carnival, also spelled Carnival. Yeah, there will be a quiz probably knowing these games. The information, there's at least one fact in this book that's going to be needed for a puzzle, I bet. Or at least the books help inform the story a bit more. True. I don't really remember the Ezio trilogy. I just remember Brotherhood because I would just hide and set the Brotherhood on everyone. And I'd be on my horse quite a while, ages away. The Carnival season goes from the 12th day of Christmas, January the 6th, to Shrove Tuesday, the day before Ash Wednesday, which marks the beginning of Lent. Like the Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday celebration for which New Orleans is famous, Carnival in Venice involves masks, costumes, and merrymaking. One of the traditional costumes likely to be seen during Carnival is the say that, Bauta, which features a white Volto mask which covers half to 3/4 of the face. A black veil or cloak completes the look. Women sometimes wear a black oval mask called a maretta, which covers the entire face. But because the person wearing a maretta must hold the mask in place by clamping a button between their teeth, oh gosh. No! It's a mask that's seldom worn by modern day revellers. Pancake Day! I want Pancake Day. No, which country has the most islands, Khaled? Tell us. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. I did it like Konaland, Sweden, yes. I did it when I lived in London because my flatmate would make them. And they were delicious. But I don't like cooking. So, okay, here's what's going to be useful later. Rosso. Bianco. Nero. Giallo. Gosh. Blue. Verde. We're learning Italian, everyone. Fontana. This is what's gonna come up. Oh, wait, we didn't read it all, did we? Yeah, we did. There's just loads. Oh my god. 220,000 islands. Goodness. Konaland is crazy. Okay. Okay, we need to call Prudence Rutherford, but how? There's a phone, but we don't have a number. Is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, we can't call Ned. I had some friends make pancakes a couple of weeks ago, and that was the first time I've had pancakes in years. Oh, when I was in America, we did go to IHOP just to experience it, but I did not get pancakes. Because we went in the evening, and I cannot eat pancakes in the evening. We do not have a pancake place like that in the UK, so it was kind of like a novelty. Well, it's like, you know, a 24-hour pancake shop.
Hello, Miss Rutherford.
Literally serve pancakes 24 hours a day.
It says so right on my phone. But if you're calling because yet another thingamajiggy has burst a woozy watsit there in the casa, you might as well hang up right now. The kindness coast is yours, and much as it torments me to see her maimed by all your penny-pinching posturing, I'll not give you one more cent for repairs, not a one.
But this isn't Margarita, it's Nancy Drew.
Nonsense. If you were Nancy Drew, my phone would say Nancy Drew, but it doesn't. It says Margarita Faubourg just as clear as day, and my phone is never, ever wrong about
Yeah, we only went because we had my 11-year-old stepsister
It says
with us,
Margarita
and she was
Faubourg because
fascinated.
I'm calling from the Canas Costa. It's not really a miracle, Miss Rutherford. It's just caller ID.
Enough, Margarita. I insist you drop this silly ruse right now. And whatever have you done with that wonderful Italian accent of yours? I dare say it was your most charming feature. Now you sound like a common American teenager. Would you stop waving your arms like that? It's enormously distracting. I really must go. My assistant appears to be having some sort of conniption.
They really love the crazy posh lady.
Oh. Nancy?
Yes, Miss Rutherford, it's me, Nancy Drew. You asked me to call you when I got to Venice.
Crazy old
myself.
woman characters, they love them.
Too disconcerting to have this caller ID screen on my phone say you're your parcel. Has it arrived?
Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't checked yet.
You really must get to work, Nancy. As the chairwoman of the Society for the Protection and Renovation of Venetian Antiquities and Culture, I am outraged at these thefts of Venice's most cherished treasures. I talked you up quite a bit, you know. Both the GDIF and the local gendarmerie are expecting great things from you. As am I. No one wants this phantom...
Time to catch an art thief, everyone.
I'm flattered, Miss Rutherford, and I'll do my best. But it's not like I'm a superhero or anything. Like I told you, I just like solving mysteries.
Just see that you solve this one in a timely fashion, dear. We leave on a cruise in 2 weeks.
It's like
and
that
I shan't be able to
professor.
enjoy a second of it until I know all
They
the
love
stolen
including
works of
that
art
crazy
have been recovered.
professor. I can't remember her name. She's in so many of them.
I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're doing.
As it happens, I'm writing my memoirs. They shall be called The Principles of Prudence. Unfortunately, this has necessitated my hiring an assistant. You really must stop thinking bad thoughts about Ginger. Yes, you are. Just look how she's shaking. The other day, poor Ginger mistook the shapeless lump of leather my assistant called her purse for a doggy toy and ripped it to shreds. She's still a bit perturbed.
Pancakes.
Although,
Yeah,
believe you
please
me,
do.
Ginger did her a massive favor. Anyway, if you ever cannot reach me, it means we are hard at work.
Bon chance. Well, that's gonna be traumatic. Ooh, chocolate. Shall I eat them all? This seems like a Nancy thing to do. That noise is kind of disturbing me now. Right. Sunny June. Oh, who are you?
Hello.
Suspect.
Yes,
It's
the
him.
Margarita mentioned. I'm Colin Baxter.
It's
I'm
you.
Nancy Drew.
If you're looking for Margarita, she's up on the Altana, the rooftop garden.
We all know where
Where
he's
are you
from.
from?
Oxford, England. At least that's where I was born. I live here now and intend to do so for a very long while. Although I say that with no small amount of guilt.
Why do you feel guilty?
People like me and Helena are the reason true Venetians are slowly going extinct. We foreigners come to Venice, fall in love with her, and wind up staying. High demand for food and housing results in high prices, which in many cases means the people who were born here have to leave because they can no longer afford to live here. If I could be granted one wish, it would be to have been born here. That way I would feel entitled to live here, and I would know how to speak Italian.
You don't speak Italian?
Much as it shames me to admit it, no. Languages don't come easily to me. And since I am able to do what I do without knowing Italian, I'm a mosaicist.
Oh,
now
it's
I'm
him.
restoring a
He's not even
17th
learning
century
Italian.
mosaic, which means, without getting overly technical, I'm cleaning the tesserae that remain in place, repairing those that have been damaged, and replacing those that are missing with new ones custom crafted to match.
Okay.
Is Margarita paying you to do this?
She is indeed. As little as possible, of course. But, just between you and me, I do this for free. You know, I have some slides of various tesserae. Not only are they enormously informative, but they're also quite beautiful. Would you like to see them?
Sure.
Marvelous. Here we go. Almost looks like an emerald, doesn't it?
I
and
guess.
just when you think they can't get any better,
That one's disgusting.
blue never looked so
Yeah,
exquisite.
that's a nice colour.
Incredible. Just incredible. Wonderful jade color.
Oh, I'm sad that I indulged him.
I adore this shade of crimson. Lovely shade of scarlet.
It's orange.
this one is fantastic. The artistry involved in this one is incredible.
Can I stop watching them? Okay. Okay, I think I've seen enough.
I think I've seen enough.
Very well. I thought I had at long last found a kindred spirit, someone who shared my passion for beauty, for art, but you apparently are like everyone else, interested only in what something is worth instead of what it offers the soul.
No, please. I'd stay, but I really do need to be somewhere. Believe me,
God.
I think what you're doing is fascinating, and you obviously really know your stuff. In fact, that figurine in front
Khalid,
of you,
you're
I've been
boring.
dying to ask you about it. It's exquisite.
What, this statuette? Yes, it is exquisite. It's an example of late Etruscan bronze work, no doubt cast some 2,200 years ago. I'm not sure how Margherita came to own it, but she's very fortunate. It's almost impossible to find bronzetti of this quality outside a museum. You see, after they conquered the Etruscans, the ancient Romans melted down thousands upon thousands of statues like this just so they could make coins.
Interesting. Shoot, I wish I had time to hear more.
No,
Don't
you
lie,
go on.
Nancy.
We can talk more later. Oh, a parcel was just delivered for you. It's by the door.
Thank you.
Well... Oh, I just clicked off. Luckily, it stays up for you guys. I just accidentally closed the game. She's up here. Oh my god.
Shoot, I'm sorry. Here, I'll get those.
This is...
You must be my newly arrived
Yeah.
roommate. I'm Helene Berg.
I'm Nancy Drew. Sorry for all the commotion when I came in last night. My plane got in 3 hours late.
No need to worry about waking me up. I can sleep through almost anything. Well, I'm sure you have things to do and places to go, so I won't keep you. Oh, by the way, there's a parcel for you in the entryway. Ciao.
Ciao. Chalice of St. Gervais stolen from convent. Has the phantom struck again? Nuns at the convent of St. Gervais woke this morning to discover that the legendary jewel-encrusted chalice of the saint after which their convent was named, was missing. Police report that sometime between midnight and 5 a.m. someone broke into the underground chamber in which the chalice was kept, unlocked its glass display case, and made off with the ancient relic, which is estimated to be worth at least 50,000 euros. According to the head mother, Sister Lucille, the thief managed to breach the state-of-the-art security system which guarded the chalice without harming any of the convent's residents or damaging any property. For that we are very grateful, but the chalice is precious to us for reasons that have nothing to do with money. We beseech the thief who stole it from us so gracefully to return it the same way. Striking swiftly and silently and leaving no clues behind are signatures of the burglar popularly known as the Phantom. Police, however, say it's too early to attribute the theft of the chalice to the mysterious masked figure who has been glimpsed before and after the thefts of other valuable art objects. It doesn't matter if it's the same guy or not, said Venice Police Commissioner Antonio Donato. We're going to catch him. Allegedly removed from the grave of martyred St. Gervais almost 1800 years ago, the chalice is solid gold and encrusted with jewels. Most notable are the patterns of rubies and emeralds which form the letter G on one side and P on the other. According to the legend, the chalice was originally made of tin and was shared by Gervais and his twin brother Proteus. Upon its removal from Gervais's grave, the tin cup was miraculously transformed into the chalice. Okay. Miss Nancy Drew, Presso Casa de Costa. Please find enclosed your bank card for the Bank del Oro. You will find a convenient automatic teller machine in the Piazza San Marco. Please visit there immediately so we may activate your account. Oh, nice. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of places to go. I'm looking for that parcel they were talking about. Is it? He said it was by the door. But which door? Okay, that's our room. Okay, that's where she chills, I guess.
Nancy, you are up. Come talk to me. Buongiorno. And again, welcome to Carnas Costa. I see you finally decided to get up.
What a legend.
I was starting to think you were still in bed.
If it's a
Sassy
daytime and
Nancy.
it's sunny, no matter the time of year, this is where you will find me. They say the sun gives you wrinkles and worse. And that may be true, but it also makes you tan. To me, to be tan is
Jesus Christ, is that my dad?
Your recommendation.
Maybe.
They are to your liking?
Look at those hoops. The lipstick. The mirror.
Oh, yes, the room is wonderful.
You do not mind having a roommate?
Yes,
Well, sort
that's
of, but
ridiculous.
at least she doesn't snore.
I warned Prudence that you would have to share a room, but she said you had to come to Venezia this week and you had to stay here. And as we both know, what Prudence wants, Prudence gets. Have you gone outside the car yet?
At uni, we used to call them our sloot hoops. Sloot hoops.
No, not yet.
Just do not forget to take your key and lock the front door whenever you leave. This is not the Palazzo Grassi, but I do have several valuable pieces of art. And with Il Fantasma, this phantom thief, running around and stealing everything, I prefer not to take any chances.
Oh gosh, the audio cut off there. Okay.
How long have you lived here?
Almost 2 years. 2 wonderful but very expensive years. The city expects homeowners like me to maintain these old buildings. But who pays for everything? We do. The Restoration Council gives us nothing, not one single euro. It is criminal.
Miss Rutherford, Prudence, she led me to believe you had a lot of money.
You miss the point. Just because I can afford to pay does not mean I should. It
Wha-
is the
Why?
principle. It is the principle of the thing. Besides, being rich is something I like. If I am all the time spending money, I will soon be unrich.
But you'll be rich if you're stealing art.
I met the guy who's restoring the big mosaic in the main room. He's pretty intense.
Colin Baxter?
Oh, I had
Do
hoops
not
bigger
know,
than that. They were
anyone
like
can
down
find
to my
happiness
shoulders.
Looking at pieces of painted rock all day. Talking to him, it's like taking a sleeping pill. Que barba.
They had a
But they say
comeback
he is good,
for a
and so
while
he works for me.
here in the UK at least, for like a year or two.
Who are they?
Everyone I know. All my friends own castles like this one. And since something is always in need of repair, we are constantly on the lookout for good workmen. And when we find them, we trade them back and forth like you Americans trade recipes for cookies. Olivia von Hellstein raved about the work he did for her. And what is good enough for the Countess of Schlosselbeck is more than good enough for me.
Well, it was more like a couple of like guys that we bumped into like said how much they hated hoops, so naturally our response was to get the biggest hoops ever and make fun of ourselves wearing them by calling them our sloot hoops. Oh yeah, that's literally what they said. They said that only sluts wear hoops, so obviously then, and that they didn't look good, so naturally we got the biggest hoops we could find.
I'll stop pestering you now.
Good, good. Put that down, you nosy girl.
No, let me be nosy. I'm nosy Nancy. Yeah, exactly. We took that as a challenge to find the biggest hoops we possibly could. Okay, where is this parcel everyone's talking about? Like, let me in. I'm very confused.
All done. All done.
Waiting for me at the entrance.
Still have to do that.
Okay, so here? Somewhere? Am I being stupid? I can't find this stupid parcel. That's waiting for the entrance. Parcel, where are you? I mean, I ate those chocolates. Colin, where did you put my parcel? God damn it! Why wouldn't you put it in my room? Yeah, he's been well shady. Okay, let's just go and activate our card. In Piazza San Marco. Okay. This is gonna get complicated. Piazza. Here we go. Okay. Do we have to like get on the right line and stuff? Oh god. I don't even know if this is right. There we go. How overly convoluted. Okay. Bird feed. Feed the bird.
I need a card.
Tuppence a bag. Or was this my parcel? Was this card my parcel?
Did
Yes,
that.
it was. Okay. Welcome, Nancy Drew. All information below is confidential. I was expecting, like, a bigger thing. Use discretion when discussing this case with anything other than your contact, Sophia. It's Sophia, isn't it? It's always the spy. Case assignment. After you read this, you will be provided with a pair of binoculars and a PDA. Using the binoculars, you will watch Antonio Fango, a suspect in the recent deaths attributed to the Phantom. See crime dossier. The window of his office in the Argonne building, Campo de Frari, can be clearly seen from the rooftop of Car Nascosta. See above photo. Okay. The surveillance team at the entrance of the Argonne building will page you via the PDA whenever Fango enters. An audio signal will alert you to his arrival. A light on the PDA will remain on as long as he is in the building. Any suspicious or unusual activity should be reported immediately using the PDA. Press the call button on the PDA keyboard to reach your contact, Detective Sophia Laparacios, probably. in Italian. Background on Antonio Demetrius Fango. Born in Genoa, June 1st, 1972, kicked out of Politecnico Tesla for cheating in December 1993. Moved to Venice from Milan in March 2006. Custom designs and installs communication entertainment systems for homes and businesses through his company, Sognitrico. He is its sole employee. After the theft of the Doge's sword, Venice police received a tip that Fango may have been involved. Wiretaps and surveillance of his business and apartment have revealed nothing out of the ordinary. His contact with people is limited. About once a week he buys an assortment of chocolates. He rarely eats out, often takes long, random, unaccompanied walks. He has no criminal record. Oh no. Did we eat the chocolates? Okay. The crime. Okay, here we go. Binoculars, PDA. Can I read the crime dossier? I didn't read
I
it.
need a card.
Think for yourself, Nancy. Summary of the crimes attributed to the Phantom. Successful disabling of complex alarm systems and a lack of crime scene evidence makes these thefts similar to those committed by the Leo Masciano theft ring. However, no connection between the Phantom and any member of Masciano ring has been yet discovered. 4th of January, Leipzig Gutenberg Bible reported missing from Palazzo Foglia. Theft may have occurred days earlier during New Year's Eve party where a man wearing black cape and Brigella mask was seen on the premises, thought to be a partygoer. 18th of January, Doge's sword stolen from exhibit at Doge's Palace sometime between midnight and 4 a.m. Alarm system appeared to be set but did not go off. No sign of forced entry, guards saw nothing. 22nd of January, original score of Verdi's Rigoletto stolen from La Venice. Security cameras lost power at 2:16 a.m. When power was restored at 2:18, item was missing. At 2:23, caped figure wearing a Brigella mask moved past security camera on 3rd floor. No alarms were triggered, no signs of forced entry. 25th of January, chalice of St. Gervais stolen from convent of St. Gervais sometime between midnight and 5 a.m. No property was damaged, glass case that held chalice and alarm system were both intact. Nothing out of the ordinary was seen or heard. Okay.
This kiosk
Ooh.
could come in handy if I ever need any reference books.
Oh, is this a German? We need this. I wonder what the task to get more money is going to be. Oh, can we buy her more clothes as well? Okay, we've got that dictionary. Sassy detective. Poll results, the verdict of what makes a case truly irresistible. I am also hungry, but I'm betting you ate way before I did. Like, you've not eaten way longer than I have. What's in her bag? Amateur detectives and the sleuthy gadgets they won't leave home without. How locks work. Locks can be an obstacle to any investigation. How do they work and what is the best way to bypass them? Exclusive Q&A with Canada's hottest new girl sleuth. Oh, I accidentally bought it. Oh well. Does the I mean this is an actual place we can go to? Ooh, piece of toast and strawberries, that's nice. I had porridge made with oat milk. Oats with oat milk. I'm going to take these and read our roommate's postcards, I think.
That's my pager. Antonio Fongo is in
no.
his office. Time to go to work.
Time to go to the roof then, I guess.
I'm too far away to see anything.
I mean, it's clearly not this guy.
Nancy.
Violet, come on. You've got this.
Studying the architecture. That's what I want to be, an architect. So I'm kind of boning up.
You Americans always busy doing something.
You could eat it raw. Eat it raw. Burb. Nice light. Burbing. I might burb in a minute to get some food, to be honest. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Just watch him? Oh, a pigeon.
This looks interesting.
He's just going to shoo the pigeon, surely. Oh, he's receiving secret notes. Well, you'll probably get sick if you don't eat, young lady.
I'd better go somewhere private and report this.
Okay.
Ciao, this is Nancy Drew.
Yes, is this Detective Leporace?
Leporace. I knew it.
I am just Sophia.
I'll remember that, Sophia.
You have something to report?
I think so. While I was watching Fongo, a pigeon flew to the
Fongo.
window outside. Fongo got up from his desk, went over to the window, and took something off the pigeon's leg.
Well, it's obviously not this guy. It's probably Colin. Let's be real.
Pigeon's leg. You are positive?
Yes, he removed something, kind of studied it, then left the office.
Maybe he is using a trained pigeon to communicate with someone. Yes, this could be true, because we know that by phone he talks to almost no one. Here is what we will do. I will deliver to you a tracking device. You will sneak into Fango's office when he is not there and feed it to the pigeon. After that, you can use your PDA to see in what direction it has flown.
You want me to feed a tracking device to a pigeon?
It will be very, very tiny. But I do not want
Gonna
to
choke a
leave the
pigeon
DNA.
to death.
If you go there too much, people get suspicious.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't mute in time. Apologies.
Store in Campo Santa Maria Famosa. It will be hidden among the things there. You will have to find it.
How will I know what it looks like?
Very soon, I will send a picture of it to your PDA. But you must locate the device quickly. If you do not find it in time, it will destroy itself. If that happens, we will hide another device. Your PDA will show you where we have hidden it.
You want me to feed a tracking device that self-destructs to a pigeon?
The self-destruct mechanism will automatically deactivate when you pick it up. And do not
Thank
worry.
you, Violet.
The device will not hurt the
Choke a pigeon,
after
choke a
it is formed.
chicken.
And I'll be able
feel
to
like
track
I'm
it using my
missing-
PDA. Sounds like
I
this
feel like
thing is
I'm
going to
missing
come
a
in
dirty
very
joke
handy.
here.
It is from the GDIF. Military equipment is good.
Well, guess I'm on my way to Campo Santa Maria Formosa.
After you have sent
Hi,
the
pal.
tracking device to the pigeon, you
They
must
want us to
go
choke a
in.
chicken.
You must find
No,
out
choke a
where the
pigeon.
goes when it leaves Fangos, and you must discover what it is carrying. Call me when you know the
What am I missing? Tell me
You are
the
good to help
joke.
us,
Tell
Nancy.
me.
We are
Can't
very
hide
good
from
at it.
me.
Carnevale keeps the police very busy.
I'll do my best. Ciao.
No, I refuse to believe it. Pow, do you understand the euphemism? Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
No, but I...
Please, Nancy, I'm very busy. Do not call me until you have done what I told you.
Pow, tell me, do you understand? I'll believe it. I'll believe it if Pow understands. I'll only believe it if Pow understands, because Pow. Oh, this is cool. I'm guessing we're gonna use something. Okay, it's a thing then. If Pow gets it. Okay, let's read Snoop on her postcards. Venice is so beautiful. I'm enjoying Carnival, but I haven't yet bought my costume. I'm thinking of dressing up as a cat. Much love, Helena. The weather is wonderful. I'm thinking of you. I found a lovely car. You and Frederic can stay here when you come over next month. Okay, she looks innocent so far. Violet's teaching me dirty words.
You are rude, Nancy Drew. Oh, so rude.
Pardon? Nancy? Yes. Because they wanted me to put a tracking. They want me to feed a tracking device to a pigeon, and I said they want me to choke a pigeon, and Violet said choke a chicken, and I said I feel like there's a dirty joke I'm missing here, and I refused to believe it unless Pow said it was dirty, and Pow said it was dirty, so. Okay, I'm gonna get food. Because all this talk of pancakes and delicious food. Wait, how do I burb? That's how I burb. Burb! Violet, tell everyone some more euphemisms in my absence. So I come back and I see beef stroganoff and the classiest stream so far. Making... Oh god. Maybe I should start marking these streams as language. Hello, Vinny. So I've got my ham sandwich, and Finny, as we walked back up the stairs, he managed to keep like head level with the plate, and he was like licking the underside of the plate, and I didn't realise. He's so gross. Let's have a look. What have you come up with? Oh, I tried to make euphemisms on the fly. Pow tried to add a quote. Couldn't do it. He's not a mod. Tossing a salad. Giving the old rusty sheriff's badge some spit and shine. Getting the monkey, getting the ketchup out of the bottle, putting on the clown makeup. No, my sandwich. Just because we have 69 followers does not mean we can behave like this. Of course it does. We love it. Okay. Consultation with... Nobody clicked that link. Well, I didn't know you would be able to. Here you go, Finny. Okay, let's go. I'm guessing it's going to have something to do with that bird feed. Was it here? Or was it all the way over here? No, I think it was all the way over here, wasn't it? This time? You agree with me all the time, pal. Okay, now what do I do with it?
Did that. Did that. All done. Did that. All done.
Okay. Oh. Why? Why, pal? No, agree with me. Me. The innocent one. Okay. One tracking device, please. Oh gosh. I don't even know how to leave. Ow. I am. Me. Oh. What am I doing? Is it in these shoes? Do I need these? No, please. I'm watching my stream. It's good for everyone. I could buy them. Okay. No, we just bought really expensive shoes for no reason. I thought it had like popped over there for a reason. Hmm.
I can't read this.
What do you mean you can't read it? Costumes by Vera. I was wondering if they hid it like outside the costume shop. Does anyone remember what that woman said? Because I've been distracted by food. Food. No. I thought it said the costume shop. But here it says Pigeon Bug, Bellina's Rialto Market. Okay. Rude, Violet. Pay attention. What? Oh, you pick who you go with. And I chose the guy who was free. Gonna buy the wrong pigeon feed. Why do things keep exploding? I'm so confused.
Ma come mai a Venezia ci sono tutti questi uccelli?
Non lo so, ci sono tanti turisti che danno sempre il cibo.
Ma perché ai veneziani piace?
But I need help.
Boh, non so, ma piacciono ai turisti.
I'm bad at stuff.
Signora, ma come mai a Venezia ci sono tutti questi uccelli?
Non lo so, ci sono tanti turisti che danno sempre il cibo.
Ma perché ai veneziani piacciono gli uccelli?
Boh, non so, ma piacciono ai turisti.
Ho capito, grazie.
Oops. What did I just buy? Oh, a drink. Better put that in the recycling, Nancy.
Avete visto in televisione quello che è successo a proposito del fantasma? No, cosa è successo? Un poliziotto l'ha visto.
Oops, I did not mean to do that. She's not even answering this time. Okay, so... Shall I... Why do things keep exploding? I'm so confused.
Still have to do that.
Okay, we'll go back. No, Ned the champion. And we need to talk to Helena some more.
Hello, Nancy, right? So, how do you like Venice?
Oh, it's incredible.
I think Venice is the most fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful, and there's so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in Hamburg because that's where the offices of Your Event magazine are. I do most of my writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Here, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
Nice.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
Yay. Well,
You
that's very
don't
nice of
want
you
to know where
guys.
the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
I finished
I'm
eating
just not
cucumber
into
now at
touristy
least, so.
things, that's all.
I see.
But now I do have a
But you
mini
could tell me what
cheesecake.
your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde about it that's quite charming.
Okay.
So, what do you think about all this phantom thief stuff?
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think it's great. A caped figure darting down walkways beside moonlit canals, melting mist-like into the
it's
shadows,
a chocolate
escaping not with stolen
and
money, but
normal
stolen
cheesecake
art.
combined.
It's all just so wonderfully Venetian.
Oh, it's delicious.
Have you written about it?
I'm working on a piece for your Welt, yes. I tried to tell them I was here on holiday, but when they agreed to pay half my expenses in addition to my normal fee, how could I refuse? Besides, as far as crime sprees go, this one is rather refreshing. Il
How do we
Fantasma
feel
hasn't
about
physically
her?
hurt anyone, and has some very interesting ideas when it comes to what's worth stealing. In fact, it's altogether possible this phantom could turn out to be a woman. Whew, that would be a story I'd write for free.
No, my cheesecake. Yeah. I don't particularly like any of the people we've met so far.
So, have you dug up anything juicy for your story on this phantom thief person?
This case is so huge, the police are swamped. Apparently, they've got people coming in from all over the world to help track down leads. My contacts at the police station are too busy to give me the time of day, let alone a juicy tip. However, one of my non-police sources just told me something very interesting. He said the word on the street is that the next thing the thief steals is going to be a person.
He's
What?
going to kidnap someone?
A very wealthy someone. At least, that's a rumor.
Do you talk to Colin Baxter very much?
I try to talk to him, but he's so focused on his work. Having a decent conversation with him is virtually impossible. Once, out of politeness, I feigned an interest in what he was doing, and the next thing I knew,
He was showing you his test ray slides.
yes, they went on and on and
Yep.
on.
It was
It
unbearable.
was nightmarish. I
It was-
felt like a seabird that had landed in an oil slick and couldn't fly away. The only way I could escape was to confess that I found the slides less than fascinating, which hurt his feelings terribly, I'm afraid. But it couldn't be helped.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
The man is obsessed, which is a shame, really. After all, he's not bad looking, and there's a touch of intrigue about him.
What do you mean?
Once, while he was working, his cell phone rang. He immediately left the room to take the call, but as he was leaving, he picked up by saying, "This is Justin."
And
Not
finished
Colin,
the cheesecake.
Justin.
You can't have it, Finny. It's chocolate. Justin!
He's using a fake name?
Either Justin or Colin. One of them's fake.
I'll leave you to your writing.
It's been a pleasure. Pretty locket.
Thank you. My boyfriend gave it to me.
Boyfriend. You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
Oh, jeez.
All done.
She's jealous of Ned. Hello, yes, gorgeous boy. You can't have the chocolate. He wants to lick the bowl, but you can't. It's got chocolate. True. We do love Ned, except Violet, who does not love Ned. 4, 3, 5, 7. No! Ned is the best. Best boy. Except Finny. Finny's best boy, then Ned.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. Or should I say, buongiorno.
Hey, Nance. I was hoping you'd call.
What are you doing? Is it...
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Sort of. I mean...
What's he got himself into now?
Frank and Joe's, just like you arranged.
You sound funny. What's wrong?
My research is going great. It's just that, well, in order to get over to the hospital library, I've been having to take the bus.
What happened to your car?
Joe happened to my car.
Oh, no. He's been tinkering with it?
If by tinkering you mean disassembling the engine and possibly the transmission and strewing the parts all over that closet in the basement he calls his workshop, yes, he's been tinkering with it.
Ned, I told you. I said whatever you do, don't let Joe do any tinkering.
I didn't know that's what you meant. He said he knew exactly how to fix that funny noise my car's been making, so I said great. I thought he knew what he was doing.
He does know what he's doing. It's just gonna take him like half a century to do it. But hey, you're taking mass transit. That's good.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine. And I'm sure my car will be fine too.
Ned is the
So how's it going there?
best. Second best. Second best after Finny Woody. Little boy. He's managed to get his head under my armpit and he's just resting it. Okay.
Hey, before I forget, thanks again for the locket.
See,
I haven't
he
taken
bought her
it off since
jewelry.
you put it on me there at the airport.
Good. That was kind of the idea. I just wanted you to have a little reminder of home. Well, more specifically, of me.
I don't need any reminders, Ned, but thank you. It really is beautiful. Even the guy I sat next to on the plane over here who played solitaire the whole way liked it.
It passed the semi-neurotic but otherwise thoroughly impartial geek test? Yes.
Okay, give me a clue. Or maybe he doesn't even know what it is because we're working with the Italian FBI. No, Ned would never. But yeah, I get the feeling it's going to be yoinked.
The palazzo where
They're
I'm
making a
staying,
big
the
deal
Casa
out of it.
Nascosta, has some beautiful artwork in it, some of which is being restored by this guy from England, who's kind of a head case.
A head case? How so?
He's your typical temperamental artist, very sensitive. You have to be real careful what you say and do around him or he'll go off on you. And I think he may be using a fake name.
Any idea why?
Not yet.
Just be careful. He's obviously hiding something.
It actually probably is.
He's probably not going to like it.
I'm sharing a room with a woman from Germany who's a journalist, which makes me kind of nervous.
Why does that make you nervous?
Because journalists are kind of like detectives. They're observant, they ask questions, they snoop.
And you're afraid she'll find out you're working for the GDIF?
Well, you're just spitting it out over the phone, amateurs.
You stay on your toes. The last
She's
thing
probably got
anyone's
this
going to
phone
think you
tapped.
are is an undercover cop. Trust me.
Want to know what my assignment is?
You bet.
I'm supposed to do surveillance on a guy named Antonio Fongo.
Surveillance? Wow.
The police suspect he has something to do with the thefts being attributed to the Phantom. They page me every time they see him go into his office so I can watch him through binoculars from the roof of the place where I'm staying and report in if he does anything suspicious.
So has he done anything
Yeah.
suspicious?
If you call
Me and
receiving
Coda
messages carried by pigeons
love Ned.
suspicious, then yes, he sure has.
He's using pigeons to communicate with someone in this day and age?
Well, if he is up to something and thinks the police
Violet
will
and
be tapping
Pow
his
seem to
phone,
hate
which
him.
they are, it actually kind of makes sense.
It just sounds so...
Messy?
That's the word.
Margarita Fulburg, the woman who owns the place where I'm staying, is a little strange.
How so?
She spends most of her time on the roof, sunbathing.
Sunbathing? It's winter there, isn't it?
Exactly. Although I must admit, it is unseasonably warm out.
And maybe she's not so strange.
It just bothers me that whenever I need to do surveillance on Fongo from the roof, she's up there too. While I'm watching him, she could be watching me.
Relax. I'm sure the GDIF checked her out before they okayed your staying there.
No, Ned, give
I
me a
better get
hint.
to work. Tell Joe I said hi, okay?
I'll let him know you called and tell him what you've been doing. Take care.
Bye.
He gives you the ick. Poor Ned. Kiosk. Okay, so do I have to just follow the... So this is keeps changing. Do I have to keep just following the little explosions? Or is it because the pigeon has eaten it already and I'm following the pigeon? I'm confused. But maybe I can use the pigeon feed. And then something's gonna explode. Because we can't back out or anything. Okay.
Mia sorella ha avuto un figlio ieri, lo sapevi, Giuseppe? No, no, pesa 30 kg. 30 kg? Wow.
Non sapevo fosse
È grosso,
incinta.
grosso. Un elefante. È un po' pesante.
Can I use... Where do I use this pigeon feed? Kiosk, yeah. Okay.
L'olio d'oliva
There we go.
più buono
Found
di
it.
tutti. Qui venite.
Did that. Can't check that off.
Okay, sneak into his office and what, feed the pigeon? I have no idea how we did that. But it's not a Nancy Drew game unless you accidentally solve something. Okay. Buy explosives. Poor Pidge. Okay. This is where he works. How are we going to do this? Oh, they let us straight in.
Looks like I'm going to have to pick this lock somehow.
Oh, maybe Khaled was right. Maybe we need to go and get the bobby pin. Yes, a hairpin. Okay. Khaled, you were right. It's very nice to just like be able to click your way through a game instead of like, you know, having to be so like all over the keyboard, all over the mouse. Oh, and also I don't have to worry about performance of this game. Drop some frames, it's fine. There is one frame a second. Fallout style. Oh yeah, true. Okay, so what's this lock? Is this going to be like the first puzzle? I'm waiting for someone to kick off at me for eating all the chocolates. Pickpocket a pigeon and pack it with explosives, and then I call my contact with the Italian FBI. Okay. Oh no. What? Game? Can you explain? Okay. Surely they've all got to be up. Oh, oops. I'm confused. Hey, Duck Sauce. We're back with some Nancy Drew. I don't really understand. Would you like to explain to me? What to do? Or no? I have no idea what's going on. Brown top of the lock pin on... What? On the black line. What black line? Oh, like that. That? They all... Okay, this is annoying. Now I see where the difficulty is. Gosh darn it. There we go. Thanks, pal. Ooh.
I need my Italian dictionary.
Really? Yeah, it's just their travel brochures. Is he planning to flee? Okay. Some binary code.
Looks like some cards are missing.
Ooh. Why does he have them? He's weird. I'm investigating a weirdo. Wait. We're in. I have no idea what to do, but we're in. Okay, here you go. And would you like some feed with that? Yes. Who's a good pigeon? Yeah, I mean, it's clearly not this guy, right?
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back.
Ehi, che diavolo fai qui?
Oh, okay, so I'm guessing I have to hide. Good news. Got me out of jail. Well, that seems like an alright end, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, where can we hide? In here? Oh my god.
Case closed.
No, he's coming. Oh no, he's locking us in. Case closed. It's this guy. Fox!
Vieni, vieni qui piccioncino, vieni, vieni. Vola, vola.
Case closed. Well, you know, she got sent home. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I would like to be sent home. Oh, why is he crossing these off? Maybe it is him. Okay. Are we going to be tracking the pigeon now? Oh my god.
Oops, try again.
Oh, I've got to pick the one it is. Why?
Wrong.
How do you know,
That's not the
Nancy?
one. Not that one.
Oh god. So I only get a certain amount of tries. Okay. Now where do I go? So down and to the right, maybe here? This is a nightmare. Oh, okay, just right. Oh. Okay, right again. Here. Light. Scream light. Light! Okay, how do I guess the pigeon? I was wondering if I could call the tracker. That would be helpful. I didn't get a good look at the pigeon and they all look the same.
Not that one.
Is this hell?
Not that one.
He had a green head. A lot of them have green heads.
Wrong bird. That's not the one.
Okay, when are they gonna fly away? Okay, is it timed rather than how many? Because where am I? Okay, here. Yeah, I was like, let's text the pigeon.
Wrong. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Hello? What kind of message is that? I'd better call Sophia.
Nancy, you have
We got him.
After it left Fongo,
Somehow.
to Campo Santa Margarita. It landed right next to this place called Casa de Giochi.
Casa de Giochi. You are sure?
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa de Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he fences stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. If Fongo is working for the Phantom, perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa de Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza
Casa
if
de
you
Giochi.
can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. If Fongo was
Oh,
sending a
she's
message
good.
to Tazza, maybe it's hidden there.
A microdot, of course. I'll do that. I'll find a microscope and take a look
Ooh,
at it.
ooh, Colin!
Not hear from you.
I'm gonna have to pretend I like tiles. We've got to have a job to give us more money at some point. All Nancy Drew games have a job. Yeah.
Another package?
Wait, who does it say? A gift for, I'm guessing, my daughter. Hopefully. And it's more chocolate. Didn't it say that somebody likes boxes of chocolate? I can't remember who. Yeah, it won't let me. And I did say, well, I've eaten that chocolate. So maybe the Phantom... Everyone likes chocolate. True. I remember reading about somebody liking... Was it in the case? It was in the dossier of the Phantom. Oh, that guy. No, it's that guy that we were spying on. He likes boxes of chocolate.
I am very sorry if that American girl is bothering you. It was not my idea for her to stay here, believe you me.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I
You
shouldn't listen,
should.
She doesn't bother me.
Nor me. In fact, I rather like her.
but I'm going to anyway.
This is because she spends most
Yes,
of her
I was
time
spying on
alone
Fox.
bothering me. She's always out there looking at buildings.
Always, Fox. I'm always spying on you.
Says that she wants to be an architect. Well, if she wants to learn about architecture, she's certainly come to the right city.
Which reminds me, the Restoration Council has finally responded to our plan for renovating the shower area. Would you rather get upset now or later?
Please, later, I just ate. Anyway, I apologize for the trouble she makes.
I hate you, Margarita.
You tell me and I will tell her. Oh, she's fine.
Your nan is the one who's complaining about us.
Change your mind, you know where to find me.
You're doing great, Fox. That's what I have to say. Feel comforted. It was your nan who was just bitching about us. Yeah. Well, you know, we found out he likes to deliver weird messages via pigeon.
Would it be okay if I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes to my equipment. No one touches it but me. And now, you.
Oh my god,
trust you,
Colin.
Nancy.
Get over you.
Please,
Get over
be
me.
my guest.
Oh, thank you.
Get over me, Colin. requests you to... So that's who the chocolates were for. Detour. I thought it was... Is this going to be in our dictionary? Or maybe it'll be in that book with the phrases. Your nan has a house in Spain, so it isn't too far a leap. She's got one in Venice too. True. Nobody wants to visit Violet's nan. Maybe we can visit her in Venice here. Requests you change the safe room lock combination to 43556. Is this kind of game that's going to write these things down for me, or am I going to have to remember them? Yeah, okay, no, it's written it down for me. Good. Thank you, Violet. I went to Venice on a school trip. It was 27 hours on a coach non-stop. Well, obviously we stopped for the bathroom, but we didn't stop to sleep. The coach just kept driving.
I'd better go somewhere private and call Sophia.
Okay, let's go and tell her about the lock. Usually Boxing Day. Oh god, is it just like complain?
Nancy, you have examined the microdot the pigeon was carrying?
I sure have. The message, which was written in English, said, Il Dottore requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556.
Might be.
Il Dottore?
Yes, which is really interesting.
Oh, it's a
because in
mask.
his office, Fongo has a poster of Commedia dell'arte masks. He's crossed out all but 5 of the masks, and among the ones that aren't crossed out are the Brigella mask.
The mask the Phantom wears.
People who complain like that are the worst.
Tori wasn't crossed out either. And it was in the middle, like it was more important than the others. And when I went back to the place where I'm staying, a box of chocolates had just been delivered for someone named Il Dottore, which means it's very possible that Il Dottore is one of the people at the Canoscosta.
Perhaps Fongo and the Phantom and whoever else they are working with are going by the names of Commedia dell'arte characters. This would make it easier to secretly communicate with each other. And is that true? Perhaps those chocolates are a message of some kind. And if Il Dottore was at the center of that poster you saw, perhaps the person the message was meant for is the ringleader.
Just what I was thinking.
Here is what we will do. I will have
So that guy we're spying on is involved, but he's not the main.
Then, when we know which of them is Il Dottore,
He's not the main culprit.
and be able to follow him.
Awesome. Let's see. Helena's always writing, so for her I could plant a bug in her pen maybe. And Margarita is always sunning herself, so you could hide a
Pal,
bug
you
for
just
her in a
you see the good in
sunglasses
everything.
case.
Yeah.
But for Colin, you could bug a mosaic
So
tile.
maybe you would be
know,
able
a
to.
tessera?
He's likely to carry a mosaic tile on his person.
If it's from me, he will. Long story.
This is good information, Nancy. I will have our technician prepare the 2 bugged objects and the device which you will hide in the pen, then leave them for you in the Banca dell'Oro ATM. You should give them to each person as soon as you get them.
Will do. Keep your fingers crossed.
My fingers are always crossed.
Okay. We're gonna spy on people. Some more. Yeah. On holiday, I was the only person who didn't complain constantly. Because it was just about stuff that's just so obvious, like, it's too hot. Oh, like, we went to the theme parks a couple of days, and it was like, oh, the lines are too long. Alright, so we don't go on anything and we just stay inside all the time. No, you don't travel 20 hours to do that, you just suck it up. You got a genuine 40-minute lecture once about why I should never get a tattoo because they hurt so much and they're forever and stupid. At this point I'd had a tattoo for 2 years. I love it when people say that they're forever and it's like, well, obviously. I went to Universal Studios and Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Oh, did you actually say, actually, here is my tattoo? I did like Universal. I think overall I do love Epcot the most though.
Hello,
Let's talk
Nancy.
to him some more.
Do you live here at the Co-op?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Well, you know, if she writes it down, maybe you can just throw it away.
Do you know who that box of chocolates in the entryway is for?
No,
Wow,
I didn't really
14
look at it
years.
because I assumed it was for you. It's not?
No, it's for someone named
The Guardians
Il
of the Galaxy
Dottore.
roller coaster is
Oh, I was
amazing.
afraid, I assumed they were from that locket fellow of yours. Il Dottore. Wonder who that could be.
What are you going to be for Carnivale this year?
Working, that's what I'm going to be. I haven't been invited to any festivities, which is just as well because I detest costumes. So to Carnivale, I say, bah humbug.
Oh, that's cool. Duck sauce.
I've kept you long enough.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The bloke who gave you that locket you're wearing.
Went on the rapids
Oh,
3 times in
Ned.
a row.
Goodbye,
The
Nancy.
barges. Honestly, the best rapid style ride ever. Did we not have any more to talk to him about?
Ah, the conversation continues.
I should
I
be
do
running
not
along.
like him. Yeah,
Come
no,
back
he's a
anytime.
weirdo.
So, I noticed someone got a box of chocolates. You perhaps? From a secret admirer?
They're not for me. They're for someone named Il Dottore.
I thought that was someone's special name for you. How disappointing. Especially since I was going to ask you if I could have a piece. I'm starving.
I ate all the ones
Do you
before.
have a Carnivale costume yet?
Yes, true. It's
I've
pal.
been
We have
invited
to name
several
every
parties,
British
so I'm
male
definitely
pal.
going to get one. I've got this strange urge to dress up as a cat.
I'll come back later, okay?
Come back anytime.
It's pal. Okay. Did
Check.
that.
All done. All done. All done. Still
Oh,
have
we
do
need to
that.
check out his computer. Okay.
All done.
We did not do that.
Did that.
Okay.
Check. Did that.
Maybe it'll open. Okay, let's go and get the bugs first. Get like a fake one. Let's
Go
talk to
again.
her.
Do you always wear that locket?
See, they've come back to the locket again. Yeah, get like a temporary one just to freak her out.
I've only had it a week. My boyfriend gave it to me just before I left.
I should have known. That explains why it is so ordinary. Which is not a bad thing. It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like.
Even she
Careful,
started
not rag.
insulting Ned and his taste in jewellery. He 100% got her a gold heart necklace with his face in.
My roommate, Helena Berg, does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta Del Bene gave. When Elena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
I wanted a tattoo when I was like 21. And I was meant to go and get one with my friend. And then she went by herself without telling me. Well, no, she went with someone else without telling me. And then I never got it. So I guess that's kind of a blessing because I never went by myself, which means I probably didn't really want it in the first place. Like, I didn't want it enough. Kona! Kona's here.
Does she really know as much about Venice as she claims?
Oh, true, Duck Sauce. Let's all get matching Nancy Drew tattoos. Let's all get Ned. Let's all get Ned's face
How much she wants people to think otherwise? She's what
on
you
our
call
neck.
a social climber. Always asking me
Don't go without me.
where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say
Oh yeah,
to
Kona, we're
begin?
talking about
È
tattoos.
schifo. The upper class of Venezia is close to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio.
Kona.
This is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything
And Finny,
else for
Finny's
Il
here.
Dottore ever
We're
been
getting a
delivered
Nancy
here?
Drew
I
tattoo,
am
Kona.
up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
Will you be dressing up in a costume for
This is
Carnival?
Violet's Nan.
Altro che. I have fallen in love with Commedia dell'arte. So this year I will dress up as my favorite character, the big-nosed nasty Pulcinella. He and I are so opposite, no one will ever guess it is me.
Oh, that makes more sense. Violet, I was like, interesting. Well, you know, we'd get the Nancy Drew logo, which is like a girl holding a magnifying glass. No, do not summon Mr. Blobby.
I'll talk to you later.
Good, good.
Well, this Nan doesn't speak that slowly. At least. Okay, we need to go and get into his computer. And then we need to pick up the spy equipment. Basically, Kona, we're tracking an art thief. There's not been very many puzzles so far. And the one we did have, Pow had to tell me how to do it. Yeah, no, I'm not getting a Mr. Blobby tattoo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all. Oh, we've got to do this again. Okay. I think each time it moves different ones. There we go. Okay. Chocolates! See, I told you, he likes these boxes. Maybe if I put the code in here. Yeah, he comes back and there's no chocolates. Wait, what? Okay. Maybe I could try it. No? Okay. Yeah, we'll get a Ned tattoo on our necks, everyone. Hi Vic! How are you doing? How's it going? Dose. What the heck is this? Everybody's here to see the Nancy Drewness. That is a choice. Pardon, Kona? It says to look at his computer. Okay, here we go. Maybe this is the combination? What's the password? Shall I try it on here? I feel like it's probably a safe or something. But... Or is it this mask? Password 123. I mean, it could. They need to do that in one game. Oh, this game I remember wanting to earn lots of euros and buy all the clothes. I don't know how yet to earn euros. What is the mini game? I accidentally bought a really expensive pair of shoes. I think it's going to be that mask. Oh look, he's got a little sword on his desk. He's a nerd, everyone. Okay, Kona, you just do your thing. We'll just leave Kona to it. Was it... Oh, was it this one? Brigella? Let's see if I remember how to spell it. I've already forgotten, to be honest. Like that? No? Was it with the capital? I should have taken a picture. Gosh darn it. Kona is precious, must protect. True. Well, what's Pow doing now? Choke the chicken. No. Pow and Violet were bullying me. Because basically we had to feed a tracking device to a pigeon, and I said they wanted us to choke a pigeon. And then Violet said choke the chicken, and I refused to believe it was rude until Pow confirmed it. No. Not my fault. I was bullied. Bullied. True, I was not bullied. Bullied. Now, I was sure that was going to be the password. Basically, this is the guy we're spying on.
I haven't done that.
Hmm.
Still have to do that.
No, I wasn't bullied until Pal tried to make it a quote. Luckily, he's not a mod. Okay, let's go get out of here. We'll have to do the lock picking game again. But take the password. Okay, somebody's walking. Okay, we've got to make friends with somebody in here.
If you're here for the dance audition, take a look at the dance instruction book. When you think you're ready, put the cat suit on and get
Pardon?
on stage.
Put the what on?
Good enough, you can keep the suit and come by anytime you want and dance some tips. Oh, and
Oh
if you're not
my
here for the audition,
god.
beat it.
What? What? No. So, 18-year-old Nancy has a part-time job of dancing in a leather catsuit in this game. Oh my god. Yeah, she is literally a catgirl erotic dancer. Why? Why? Okay, at Club Mizio, the fans expect certain dance move when certain sounds play. Oh, so they're... You questioned your ethics so vigorously in this game. Oh my god. Yeah, this is... yikes. For your audition, please make sure you understand which cue goes with which dance move. If ever you're dancing to a cue and a new one plays, even though the first one is also playing, switch to the dance for the newest cue. Oh god. I'm gonna get some paper and a pen, I think. Wait, why don't I have a pen? 1 second, I need to go and find a pen. You stay here, Finny. You keep everyone entertained. You make sure they're not naughty. Good boy. But Nancy is like precious. Nancy drew some attention to herself in that outfit. It's a great week for gaming everywhere. Yes, this is a children's game. What the hell? Oh my. That's a great emote. Okay. Here is a list of cues and their associated dance moves. Tech will try and provide a coloured light cue to help you out on the stage. Good luck. If you're given the part, you can keep the dance costume free of charge. Oh my god. It's worse than I thought. No, look at it. We're all thinking the same thing, right? The monkey. Okay. Yellow. What? I'm not going to remember that. Who wants to see somebody dancing in this costume? And they expect specific movements. Okay. The cheer. Nancy, why? Why would you do this? Yeah. What? Ocarina. Nancy, what happened to you? She moved to Italy and became an exotic cat dancer. Oh god. Why would you have teal and blue? Okay. Green. And that's... Yeah, I mean, have I accidentally downloaded a fan game? The Bob. And it's a siren. I'm just writing them all down. There's a lot of them. Okay. Is this gonna be difficult? Okay. Let's do this.
And 5,
Nancy,
6,
no.
7, 8.
What?
Nice.
Okay. Who wants to see this? Oh, I didn't even hear anything then. I did not hear a single thing. Oh.
Awful.
Oh, is that...
Good.
We're gonna get booed off. This is hard.
Get
What?
off the stage. And don't even think about taking that costume with you.
I don't understand. Yeah, they're a tough crowd. I couldn't hear the sounds behind the background music except the whistle. That's the only one I could hear. Like, I could make out. Okay, I'm gonna turn my headphones up. And do it again. Oh, they're also the flashing lights up. Okay, we'll try.
And 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like these. Oh, is that...
Not bad.
Oh, like that.
You're awful.
Oh, that's the ocarina. They don't give you much time. Where's the... What's that? Go on, Nancy, jive. They really don't give you very much time.
Not bad. I don't think so.
Oh, I really did not see that one. Okay. Oh, I've forgotten.
Off my stage now.
Oh, Nancy.
Don't
Okay.
even think about taking that costume with you.
Couldn't cut it as a junior detective. Yeah. She's not very good because I'm not very good, but that was better. Let's see what. I'm screwed. It really doesn't give you very much time to do it. So by the time the colour's on, you've got to be very confident.
I don't think so.
I got it. Oh, it was teal.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Oh, you need to tighten it up.
I just did it.
Okay. Wonderful. Bravissima. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, so that's teal.
You need to tighten it up.
It's okay.
Bravissima. Oh, you need to tighten it up.
That was the ocarina, right?
Good job. Still some rough
Yeah,
edges,
we
don't
did
you?
it.
Take that costume home and practice. What's your name?
Nancy?
Oh, Nancy.
Forget it. From now on, your name's
Punchy LaRue.
Next.
Oh my god, can she sink any further? Punchy LaRue. Thanks, Coda. Oh god. That. Oh, I'm actually crying. That's so bad. That's so bad. Okay, I'm just gonna get a drink of water. 1 second. Vinny, you're in charge? Jeez Louise, Punchy LaRue. Pow was the real Punchy LaRue this whole time. This one. Oh my god. That was traumatizing. I think we were here because we were meant to make friends with somebody at the club or something, but no, we're now their exotic dancer. What time is it? Oh my goodness, that's why the dog's looking at me. It's 4 minutes past his food time. Okay, so I'm gonna have to BRB again. For the good of Finny. Well, I'm just gonna go and feed him some biscuits, so I won't be long. We're back. What have you troublemakers been up to? How's Punchy LaRue doing? Yep, I was 4 minutes late to feed him. Approved for all audiences. Finny says hi, Dad. Okay. The Adventures of Punchy LaRue. Let's save. Also, this is the outfit we chose to dress Nancy in. You get to dress her up. I wonder if now we can permanently wear the cat costume. God, there it is. Why does it have a full face mask? Wait a minute. Everybody's dad here. I don't know, Kona. Might be your cat fantasy. I'm not sure about the collective. Yeah. Fox is... Are you actually... Fox is actually dad. What? They all left to go get milk from me. Pardon? Oh, Violet. Even when you're not trying. Oh, maybe... Did I go to the... I thought that's where I was supposed to go. Casa de... No. I just went and danced for no reason. But I'm guessing that cat costume was something we needed to get anyway. How do I meet that guy? Okay, where am I? So we were traumatized for no reason. This once wholesome stream, so true, Duck Sauce. We were once so pure. So true.
Avete visto in televisione quello che è successo a proposito del fantasma? No, cosa è successo? Un poliziotto l'ha visto e mentre lo stava così per catturare, il fantasma si è dileguato e è diventato acqua. Si è sciolto come neve al sole.
Oh my god, can everyone not be... About once a week he buys an assortment of chocolates. Yeah. He's guilty. Okay. So those are the 3 things we're going to use to spy on the people at the car.
Did that. Still have to do that.
I don't think I've come across anything that needs a combination to open it. But you merely adopted the leather. I was born in it, moulded by it. I was traumatized by it. This is not what I expected of a nice, wholesome Nancy Drew game. How do I find the club then? Oh, here it is.
Che ne so, no?
I am an exotic cat dancer.
From the way you are dressed, you are American. Who are you?
My name is Nancy Drew.
This is a private club. You cannot come in. Sorry.
I don't know, my chat keeps showing me up, but they're just too funny.
You are not welcome here.
But I am cat girl. Let's go put. Yeah, I guess we have to go get changed. But into what? I'm gonna try the cat outfit, obviously. What, pal? Come again? He's doing what? Lil pal? Lil pal's going to prom? Good luck, Lil pal. I never went to mine. I went to the cinema with my friends instead. Good times. We might have to go to the costume shop and buy some costumes as well. Oh my god. Someone's chucking leaves at me. Ah! I tried to move, I promise. The urn only gave you a concussion. The pomegranate-sized lump on your head is causing everyone to run in terror. Yeah, same, Vic. I used to perform in musicals, and the costumes for that were expensive enough. So cinema it was. What did I see? I think I saw... Oh, I remember what I saw. Do you remember the film Valentine's Day? That is what I saw. I loved prom though. I might be biased and say, I don't marry the girl I went to prom with. Oh my god, Fox, that is so cute. And you love that movie. Yeah, it was good times. Let me eat the chocolates. Okay, so that Violet's nan tried to kill us, basically, just. Right, let's go and confront Violet's nan.
You look upset.
A big urn fell off the roof and almost hit me as I was coming in.
It fell from this roof? Ma va! The edge of the roof must have crumbled out from under it. Something else to repair. Bella fare. I am glad you are all right, of course.
Of course. I saw this case and thought you might like it to keep your sunglasses in.
You are giving me a gift? You do not have to do this, Nancy, but I like gifts. And this one, it is very nice. Grazie.
Okay, that was easy.
I'll stop pestering you now.
Good, good.
We now can successfully spy on Violet's nan. Now to convince the other two. Oh wow, it's very hard to get around here. I'm trying to get to
Hello, Nancy.
Helena.
I came across this tessera and thought you might like it.
It's quite beautiful. All the more because it came
Oh,
from you.
get over her,
Thank you, Nancy.
Colin. She's an exotic
I should
dancer
say-
now. She can do better than you.
I need to get going.
Ciao.
Oh, she's not here. We can translate what she was talking to Sunny June about. Okay. Sunny June, weirdest American I've ever met. Glasses forever halfway down nose, same, due to thick, heavy lenses. Spiked, unnaturally coloured hair, green and pink that day. Compulsive doodler, very observant, very smart, very hyper. Well, he didn't come across as very smart when we met him, but okay. Is determined to find work on the International Space Station because he's already held and lost every kind of job there is on Earth. Probably wasn't exaggerating. Was on his way to the Caribbean. Hartmut Krollmeister. Fabulously wealthy, yet insists on wearing ill-fitting pink jerseys and hosting waste of time poetry slams. Always invited to best parties, plays the token German intellect. Adore his fascination with Schiller and monkeys. I think Krollmeister is one from another game as well. Coda's a phone girl. The biggest phone girl we know. Rosetta Del Ben. Met at New Year's Eve party at Palazzo Foglio. Owns clothing stores throughout Italy. Homes in Venice, Rome and Savona. Loves animals. 4 dogs, 3 cats, 2 pot-bellied pigs. Oh my god, she's living the dream. Almost made 04 Olympic dressage team. Renowned, respected, beloved throughout Venice for her philanthropy. Throws luscious parties, creme de la creme only. Honestly, she sounds amazing. Okay, Margarita Faubourg. Waitress from Pisa, married wealthy shipping magnate, inherited fortune when he died. Relative newcomer to Venice, aspires to be part of high society. Has money but lacks requisite wit, charm, chutzpah. Goes on cruises to meet potential mates and maintain her tan. Skin like soggy toast. Allows herself to be bullied by former owner of Nascosta, her palazzo. Abysmal taste in art, greatest joy getting something half price. Enjoy your lurk, Vic. I need to set up a lurk command. Coda, when you're back from being a phone girl, help, help. Colin Baxter. What? British builder restorator. British art restorer. All work, no play. Conceited, rarely talks, hiding something. Argues frequently with Margarita about what? Don't know. 3 words best describe. Boring, boring, and boring. So true. So true. And somebody quick, help Fox. Help Fox. Oh yeah, we do need a catsuit one. That would be great. Tuck sauce. Write these down. These are great ideas. Nancy Drew, teenager from State, staying at Nascosta at insistence of Prudence Rutherford, former owner. Cheerful, upbeat, energetic, wears locket for a boyfriend, should consider doing soft drink commercials. What? Something odd about her nonetheless. Too wholesome, too perfect, not for Mr. Boring. Locket man has rival. Colin likes Nancy. Oh, you want Maisie's meow on sound alert? I mean, she meows enough, I could probably get it. Global warming, so her story ideas. Global warming versus Venice, agenda of typical tourist in Venice. How many Venetians know how to swim? Oh, I'd be interested in that. When Venetians leave Venice, where do they go? Impact of pigeons on Venice, the good, the bad, the messy. What do Venetians really think about Il Fantasma, the phantom? Where did Venetian blinds really come from? Thrilling stuff. Okay. Is that all? Yeah. Okay. Let's put on our... We're super spies. We didn't even ask her for permission.
Hello, Nancy.
Oh, let you get back to work.
Okay,
Ciao.
so what's his thing? What are we planting on this guy? The cat suit? Oh, we gave him the tile, didn't we? I forgot. Oh yes, let's do it. Let's see if we can. We might only be able to put it on at the club. That's the bathroom. Oh, here we go. I'm sad we have to get rid of the rain thing, but Jesus wept. Okay, and then the gloves. Okay, I wonder if people will comment on it. Let's call people to catch up. See if Prudence has anything else for us. Probably not. I do like that you have to dial yourself in this one. Jesus wept. It really got me. He's crying.
Hello, Margarita?
No, this is Nancy Drew.
Oh dear, again with the mismatched names. Kerchief, please. Yes, Nancy?
I get the feeling Margarita's not real happy about my
Margarita.
staying here at the car.
That is just tough tiddlywinks. Putting you up is the least she can do for me after all I've done for her.
Just what have you done for her?
I made the mistake of helping her pay for some of the repairs that reared their ugly little heads after I sold her the car. I did so not because of any legal obligation, but because of my abiding affection for the place and all things Venetian. She is such a cheapskate. I feared she would ignore
She does
what
seem
had
like a
to be done until
cheapskate.
the car crumbled into ruins.
How did she get to be such a cheapskate?
When her husband died, he left Margarita everything, which amounted to a small fortune. What he didn't leave her, however, was even the slightest clue as to what to do with it. And now, after years of bad investments and wasteful spending, she's starting to feel the pinch. But I'm afraid it's my erstwhile residence there in Venezia that must pay the price for her fiscal ineptitude.
That's it for now.
Ta-ta!
So she's incompetent. We knew that. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Nancy.
I've kept you long enough.
I thought he had a crush on Nancy. Would he not comment on the catsuit? She looks like this right now. Okay, let's see if they like it at the club, I guess. I mean, somehow she manages to not look hot. Like, it's like just loose enough and weird enough to not look good. Like, without this mask, I think with just some cat ears, it would look so much better. Yeah, walking around Italy in this. No, thank you. Fix your posture, Nancy. You're slouching. They said no. Oh, Nancy's got competition from Colin and Violet. Well, Ned has, rather. But he doesn't like our catsuit. I'm gonna cry. Oh, a code. But it's only 4 digits. I'm pretty sure... I mean, nothing good can be in there, right?
Scusi, posso farle una domanda?
Fish head. Can. Ooh. Oh! This is Colin! Justin Matthias Beaumont, aka Colin Baxter, Born in Oxford, England, 8th of September 1981, graduated from University of Oxford with Bachelor of Fine Arts, May 2001. While painting a fresco at the country home of Jonas Lundquist in October 2004, Beaumont stole a painting by Renoir worth £7,500 from Lundquist's private collection. The painting was recovered. Beaumont pleaded guilty, served 1 year at Ashwell Prison, moved to Venice, Italy in April 2006, worked as a private contractor creating and restoring frescoes and mosaics, seen on at least one occasion playing cards with Pietro Mazzola, a black market art deal with ties to former Marciano theft ring. Oh, those are the ones that were involved with the guy we were spying on. To date, no other known infractions. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Oh, that's a throwback. Do I just keep going in this until I find stuff? How do I know when I'm done? Okay. Signor Taza, we have received your request for a temporary employee and recommend our star pupil Samantha Quick. I understand you are currently involved in a project and will thereby send her your way sometime after Carnival. So that you may recognise her, Samantha will be wearing a red dress, white gloves, black sunglasses, and has blonde hair. Okay, this is what we have to dress as. We will send you the details on our Swiss account for payment at a later date. Okay.
Looks like that's it.
Okay. That was strange. Let's go get the stuff then. I hope we have enough money, otherwise we're going to have to dance. To dance our way to the top. I think this is where the costume shop was. Let's have a look. Nancy Drew cosplay. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah. Oh, what version of Nancy were you though? Did you inspired by the games, films, books? Okay. So this is the dress. White gloves. Blonde hair. Oh my god, we've got €2. Black sunglasses. We don't have them. We need to dance. Do they even sell them in here? Or do we have to get them from somewhere else? Oh, no, we don't have them. A mustache. Probably have to get them those somewhere else. Did book Nancy cute. Maybe for Halloween I'll have to play some spooky-ish games. And I say ish because we all know I'm a wuss. And then I'll dress up as Nancy. In the cat suit. No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting a cat suit. I'll do book Nancy too. No cat suits here. Please and thank you. Too late. No. No. Don't hold me to my word. Okay, where am I going to find black sunglasses? This is a look. Look at this. No. You can't make me. Where are the trousers? Oh, they've got them automatically. Okay. We just need black sunglasses. Maybe... No. So there's the market, maybe. I did forget. Oh, I should have read this on how to unlock it. This is the Sassy Spy magazine. That I accidentally bought. Let's have a look. Let's remind ourselves of the words. Because no doubt we're going to have to do this at some point.
Hello, Nancy.
Does Margarita know that you went to prison in England
Uh-huh.
for book theft?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Colin?
My real name is Justin.
Oh
Bowen.
God, he's confessed
2 years ago,
already.
I removed a Renoir from the private collection of a man to whom it was nothing more than a financial investment. I took it home so it would be appreciated as the masterpiece it was. Its former owner took issue with my actions.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
was
stole.
arrested, and I was sent to prison for a year. As for Margarita, she's the only one who knows. She says if I don't continue to work for her for next to nothing, she'll tell all her friends I have a criminal record, which would essentially end my career here in Venice, just like it ended my career back in England. If that were to happen, I'd be
True.
utterly lost.
And the red dress, white gloves.
How did Margarita
Yeah,
find out?
she's a piece of work,
She
Violet
wouldn't tell me.
Snan.
What's worse, not only does she keep trying to get me to use substandard materials so she can save money on the renovations I'm doing for her, but she wants me to cover it up by lying to the Restoration Council about it. And for someone in my precarious position, let's just say resisting has been very, very difficult. Enough. I insist we change the subject.
Well, see you.
I need to get going.
That is a wig you're wearing, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Good, because there's nothing wrong with your real hair. Nothing at all.
I mean, that's a nice thing to say, but coming from him, I'm scared. He didn't comment on the catsuit we were wearing.
So, what's going on?
What made you decide to stay here this trip?
I'm scared.
I met Margarita at a party last October, and when she heard I was going to need a place to stay when I made this trip, she practically begged me to stay here.
She begged you?
Did she ever? She's lonely. and quite
Nancy,
insecure.
I'm gonna steal
She
your
looks
hair in the
pretty. She
night.
has lots of friends in high places, but they're not her friends. Not really. And I think deep down she knows that, poor thing.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
One.
Okay. So I think now it's not Colin because he's stolen art before. But he does have connections with the group we think is behind it.
Check. All done. Check. I haven't done that. Check.
Yeah, buy some sunglasses. Okay, I wonder where we're gonna get them from. There's the market. Yes, you have to guess again. I'm thinking Helena, but that might be too obvious. The German woman. Yep. She has like gold glasses on. Dark sauce. I gave her a glasses case.
Time to use my Italian dictionary.
I'm guessing it's recycle. Yes. we don't have the money to buy them, but I just want to locate them before we go dancing for money. We need to wear black ones, unless we go to her and ask to borrow them. Okay, what about the kiosk? Yeah, €5. We're €3 short. Okay, let's go. Do I have to wear the outfit to the club? We'll find out, I guess. We're wearing the blonde one. Is this the right one? No, this is the one with the cameras. Okay. Yeah, creepy blonde Nancy. I wonder if we'll earn any money. How do I do it? I'm guessing I have to come here in the outfit. Yeah. Oh, Helena. I mean, Nancy's the creepy blonde girl at the moment.
I can't dance without my costume.
Okay, let's go put the costume on. I'm addicted. It's my new obsession. When I finish stream, I'm just gonna earn thousands of euros. Ooh, I accidentally clicked off. Oh dear. No, I'm just gonna go out there. I'm gonna fly to Venice, find this club. It's gotta be real, right? They wouldn't lie to me. Can I take the wig off? Or no? Oh, yeah, this way. There you go. What if you didn't put any pants on her? Would it make you? Yeah, sure. Snoring baby boy. Snoring Finny. Oh, I keep going to the wrong club. I love how she doesn't use the dressing room. She just goes about walking in Venice. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh God.
how about a nice warm welcome for our newest dancer, all the way from Aix-en-Provence, France, Punchy LaRue.
Jesus. I'm gonna be bad at this. When it kicked off. Is that... Oh, wait. Oh, it's that one. Sorry, everyone. I forgot what I had to do for a minute. Oh yeah. Wait, let's... Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry. I'm the worst. Teal. Is that Teal? Look at her move. Whoop, I'm bad at this.
In case you didn't notice, everyone
Yeah.
including me, out.
Oh. Did I get any money? No. I'm sad now. Can I dance again? Let me dance. I was born to dance. Punchy LaRue cannot be stopped.
Kieran, Madame LaRue.
I wonder how she explains this one to Ned. Is this the teal? Yeah. That teal one is very deceptive. They're so weird. Who wants a dance to like lights and specific sounds?
Here's the money you earned.
Yeah, she does. It goes on everything. Oh my god, we only earned €8. But it's enough to get the glasses, but Punchy LaRue basically worked for free there. Yeah, to be fair, Ned would not question it. He's a little bit too understanding sometimes. Okay, there we go.
Non lo so, ci sono tanti turisti che danno sempre il figo.
Okay, does that mean I need to go spy on? The pager beeped. That means I have to go spy on him, right? Let's go. Maybe we'll find out how to unlock his computer. Kona's back. We danced like our heart depended on it, and we earned €8. Yup. And now we've got to dress up as a blonde woman. Ow. Kona, are you able to set up alert command? Pretty please. Just be like, have a cute look.
This looks interesting.
Lurk. LURK. Yes, please, if you could. That's okay, Kona. Ooh, are we gonna have to get these flowers at some point? Without getting stung. Oh, yeah, you're so cute, Kona. You're the best mod. Oh, Punchy LaRue.
Nancy, what has happened?
I'm pretty sure Fongo sent his trained pigeon out with another message.
Oh
Do you
no,
want me to
why?
track it?
No. Perhaps Tatsa sent the pigeon.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Forgot the first message, the one we intercept. So perhaps Fongo is.
I haven't got over
If we intercept
my jet lag at all. I went to sleep at
Okay,
3 a.m.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Woke up at
Ciao.
11. Right, let's dress up again. It didn't say anything specific about shoes, right? Because I don't think I could take more dancing. Okay, no. My cat is always being sick nowadays. I don't know why. I think she's I had her teeth checked by the vet in case she was not chewing stuff. Just, you know, a generic thank you for lurking. Stay cute. I don't know. I don't know, Coda. The standard thank you for lurking. Punchy LaRue loves you. I'm determined to fill my stream with inside jokes based on Nancy Drew games that if you don't watch the stream, you'll be lost.
What is your name?
Samantha Quick.
You are early, but please come in. Enrico is at the scopa table. Ah, sono Enrico Tassa. Benvenuta a Venezia.
I'm sorry, but if it's all right with you, I'd prefer to speak English.
Of course, whatever you wish.
Oh, Violet, you're so smart.
I wasn't expecting
Is
you
lurking in the
after
shadows
Carnival.
in their catsuit. That would be amazing. Just confuse everyone.
I know, but I just couldn't wait to get started.
Yodeling
So,
in a
you're not
catsuit.
only young
Nice.
and
Combine
attractive,
them.
but enthusiastic
Combine the
as
law.
well. Tell me more about yourself, Samantha.
Oh my god, he's young and attractive. Leave me alone.
Well, I'm from the States, as you can tell, and I'm going to school in Switzerland, and now I'm here. And I think that's all that matters, don't you? Because frankly, telling my life story to someone wearing a mask is just a little too freaky for me.
I understand. Besides, having never met you before, I would have no way of knowing if what you tell me is a lie.
Until the real
or the
Samantha
truth.
Quick turns up.
I always wear the same costume for Carnevale. Why? Because I'm a very superstitious man. I believe that always doing things a certain way brings good fortune. For instance, I never discuss business with anyone unless and until that person beats me at a game of Scopa. Are you
No,
familiar with the game?
God. A game.
It's a card game, very popular in Venice. We play it with the traditional Italian deck of 40 cards. There are 4 suits in a Scopa deck. Coins, cups, swords, and clubs. Each suit has 10 cards. 7, the most valuable card. 6, 5, 4, 3,
What?
2,
Why
and
is 7
ace.
the most
There are
valuable?
also 3 face cards. Valet, knight, king. When you are taking tricks during the game,
Yodeling
each
in a
card is
catsuit.
worth what it says.
Great album.
With a valet worth 8, a knight 9, and a king 10. However, for scoring at the end of the game, 7s are the most valuable, followed by 6s, aces, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, then all face cards. For scoring, these are called primes. To play the game, 3 cards are dealt to each player, then 4 cards are placed face up in the play area. If 3 kings appear, the cards are redealt. The player who did not deal the cards goes first. When it is your turn, you must play 1 card and 1 card only from your hand. Now, you have a 2 and there is a 2 in the play area. So you will play your 2 and take a trick. I discard a valet worth 8. You cannot make a match, so you discard your 3. I discard the 2. Now, because you have a knight in your hand, which is worth 9, and there is a 6 and a 3 in the play area, 6
Jeez.
plus 3 equals 9, which means we
Oh,
will have a
Gwent.
match, and
Bring
you
me
will
back
take
to
a trick.
Gwent.
I discard my ace, and because we are both out of cards, I deal us both 3 more cards. Ah, you have a 7 in your hand. You also have an ace, which is worth 1,
a 4 and a 2 in the play area, which add up to 7. But there is also a 7 in the play area. So, which do you match with your 7? The 3 cards that add up to 7 or the 7? The rules say when presented with such a choice, you must take the trick by collecting
I don't
a
understand.
single
I
card.
did at first,
So,
and now
you
I'm
match your
thoroughly
7
lost.
with the 7 card in the play area and take a trick. I make a match with the valet and take a trick.
But what's the
You have yet
purpose?
another 7 in your hand. Now you match it with the ace, the 4 and the 2 and take a trick. And since you have taken the last
To not
card
have
in
any
the play
cards?
area, you say scopa and get a point. We continue
Okay.
to play by discarding and taking tricks until all 40 cards have been played. At that point, we count the points.
Please
we have
tell me
won by
you're
taking
all
tricks
confused
and
too.
getting scopas. The first person to get 11 or more points wins. If no
This
one
can be
has 11 or
addicting.
more points, the deck is shuffled. The other person deals, and we play another round. Are you ready to play?
I'm not listening to that again, but let's just go. Good, same. But now I have to play. Duck Sauce is an expert. Okay, you're playing then. Okay. Okay, if I do that, that's a.
Those don't add up.
But what? What? I thought I was supposed to get 7. I thought that was the point. Okay, I can do that because they're both the same, right? You just need to win. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna...
Those don't add up.
I know, but I'm gonna just try everything.
Those don't add up.
And hope for the best.
Those don't add up.
Okay. What about... I'm gonna discard that. I don't know. Gasp.
Those don't add up. Those don't add up.
I'm just trying everything I can. I don't really know what else. Yeah, so I know that you can get matching ones, but I don't really understand. Okay, so you can click multiple in their pile. That's all we know of her. So it's like, is there any moves I can make here? Yodeling in your catsuit. I don't know, because smaller numbers are more likely to add up to 7, right? Okay, so let's just discard that then. And then I guess then we can have cards. We don't have anything right here, I don't think. Like, we don't have anything useful. I don't get what that move was. Oh, 10-10, okay, because you can select multiple. Yes, okay, I kind of get it now. Maybe. No, I wanted that one. No. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Slowly but surely. Thanks, Light. I'm slowly but surely getting there. I think. Hmm. So then... Okay, discard. Yeah. Can I take... How many cards can you pick up at once? Oh, he's gonna win though now, right?
Scopa.
How do you actually win? Kona would never. She's the best.
You cannot discard that card
Oh.
because you can take.
Scopa! Thank you for telling me I can
We play
Scopa.
all our cards. You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table.
What does that mean?
You get 1 point
Oh,
for
okay.
having the 7 of coins. I get 1 point for having the most tricks. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
Okay. So I'm winning so far. Yay. Oh, I could have done that, I guess. Can I... Okay. If I discard... Can I then take 3 of them?
You cannot discard that
No.
card.
Well, stop spying on my cards, Enrico. Hmm. Pogo! Nice to see you. We are doing badly at a card game. Like that.
Those don't add up.
They do. Okay, but it has to be the one in your hand. Okay. I like that.
Those don't
No.
add up.
Has to. Okay. Scopa.
I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the
No,
table.
there's so many. He's gonna win this one.
No points for me.
Yeah, that's sad.
I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable
No,
tricks, so
I did
get
really
1
badly
point.
that time. How many times do you play? Because this is a lot. Can I do this? Yeah. He's gonna get... No. Okay. He is cheating. First to 100 points. Kill me.
Scopa!
Scopa! Yay! Yeah, this is kind of addicting actually. Until I lose, and then I hate the game and never play again. Let go. Scopa! No, he took my 8.
I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the table.
No points for me.
Boo.
I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable
yeah,
tricks.
only the 7, right?
Point. And lastly, we score the scopas.
I got a scopa at least. What's that? Just moving about. Okay. Is it to 10? I'm guessing, and then I'm gonna have to play again because I've lost. Why? What's Pogo done? What did Pogo do? Pogo should have the Finn Amazing emote.
You cannot discard
Oh
that
wait,
card because
why?
You can take a trick with it.
Can I? Oh, 7 and 2. At least he can do maths.
Scopa!
Boo! Stop making me scopa.
Scopa!
Yodelay hee hoo. Hi Siri. Never. Your commands are amazing, Kona. Scopa. So many people here for Nancy. Nancy in the catsuit. Woo! Okay, I need this 7, so I need to try and hold on to it if I can. Until I can get... to see if I can get a scope up. But probably not.
I took the last trick, so
No, he gets the 7. That's so unfair. I've been had.
For having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number.
Finny cry.
I
Not
have the
Mr.
most
Blobby.
valuable tricks, so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas. I'm afraid the loser is you. How about another game?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, well... Hurry up, Enrico. Um...
Scopa.
Nice, nice. Oh no, what were you lying about? Or not lying about, rather? Mr. Blobby?
Those
No,
don't
I
add
did
up.
it the wrong way round. Bad maths. Okay, let's get rid of you. Like that, there you go. Yes, I've got the coin card. Woo!
Scopa.
What's she doing? What's she bullying you about? Tell me. Let me have a look. All I have from Violet in my DMs is a pancake house. Oh, cool, Puggo. You were at a concert. Cool. I'm still waiting. Oh, I did, to be fair, but it was about as I was about to get lunch, so you know. Okay. Oh, he's a cute dog. I don't think I can do anything. He got so many that round. Yes, okay.
We've played all our cards. You took the last trick, so you get all
Yay!
the cards
Yeah, Light was
left on
here.
the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
I really tried this time.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got
Well, I
the
asked what it
highest number
meant.
of
I didn't
points.
know it was a
You
thing.
have the most valuable
Violet said it.
tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scores.
I got the scopers. Oh, Vinny, you've flopping your ears. You cute floppy-eared boy. Okay. I don't think I can do anything about that. I tried. I actually put effort into it that round. Okay, Okay, they don't have a 4, so I'm going to do that. Darn, a coin. The alert command. I can't wait for somebody who wasn't at this stream to be like, what? Burb. Burb. Violet burb. Good one, Violet. Yeah, thanks, Siri. Nancy dressed up in a catsuit and traumatized us all, so it's only fair, really. Yes, I've got the coin. Again. Scoper.
Ah, what a great way to end
No, no point for Scoper.
In this case, no point is given for a scoper.
I think you've made that up, Enrico, to be honest.
You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards.
I think you made that up.
Let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. We both have the same number of valuable tricks, so no one gets a point.
I think he added it up wrong too. I'm going to kick off. Yeah, exactly, Duck Sauce. He's making it up. He's mugging us off. Bam! We're back with Nancy. We're playing this. We have to win at this card game that we've just learnt the rules to, and we're pretty sure this guy is cheating. Can't believe you missed 5 hours. Yeah, we finished New Vegas. I did not finish the Lonesome Road DLC. I quit. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done. But I finished the main story. Oh, I don't think I can do anything with this. Darn. I hated it. Oh, you got the 7. I hated that DLC. I hated most of the DLC in that game, to be honest. It was not fun. There was so much talking. Let me play. Nah, it's fine. We just, let's take the 8s. Oh, he took the 5. I did finish Old World Blues. It was Lonesome Road. I did not. Oh, I hated it. Yeah, I didn't really like it. I hated it the least, probably. I didn't enjoy it. Didn't have a good time. Can I take that instead?
You cannot take several cards.
He's making this up as we go along, this guy. I swear to God.
Scopa.
You can't get Scopa. Yeah, in this game, Nancy had to dance in a catsuit. Good for you, Enrico.
No points for me.
I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number
Him,
of
I
primes.
think.
I have the most
Yeah.
valuable tricks, so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas.
I had such a good lead.
You cannot discard
What
that
can I
card
make?
because you
Oh,
can
9
take
and
a
1.
trick with it.
Have fun, Light.
Scopa.
Cheat! He's blooming cheating. I hate this guy. I'm gonna have to play again. I'm gonna lose last minute.
Those don't add up.
Oh, wait, sorry. I can't math.
Those don't add up.
Really? 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 Oh, like that. That's the one I meant. Okay. Yodeling a catsuit. This guy, he's so annoying.
Scopa!
Scopa! Okay. How can I get this? Can I? How do I get this one? My life depends on it. Like this. I should have done this first time. Hell yeah. Yeah, thanks, Fox. Luckily he didn't have anything.
You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
Mm-hmm.
No points for you.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes.
Me?
You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point.
I-
And lastly, we score the scopas. You have 1.
Yes! I did it!
And because you beat me,
That was quite
we
fun,
can
actually.
finally talk business. I have a client who desires the Sadal Melek sapphire. Have you heard of it?
Of course.
The Sadal Melek is said to be the largest and most beautiful star sapphire in all of Europe. As you probably know, its current owner is a
Yes,
man
we
named
are the
Vladimir
Scopa champion.
who
Yeah,
keeps
it is
at
pretty
the
fun.
Palazzo Zateri, guarded by one of the most sophisticated security systems ever devised. Even someone with your youthful energy and talent will find stealing it a challenge. Which is why I suggest you contact Gina as soon as possible.
Do I pretend I know who Gina is? No. I'm just... the way you get money in this game is by dancing in a catsuit as a weird exotic dancer at a nightclub. Yes, you heard. You heard. It's truly bizarre.
Gina, good idea.
The more time you give her, the more details on the system she will be able to give you. There, business is over. Back to pleasure. Do you have time for another game of Scopa?
Maybe later, because that was fun.
Good luck, Samantha. As soon as you have the sapphire, bring it to me.
But isn't the real Samantha going to show up anytime soon?
Antonio, come stai?
Bene, bene, tu come stai?
Molto bene, ma ti ho visto anche
Yeah, it's I will show you the outfit. That makes sense to Pogo. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you dance in a catsuit in Venice? Why wouldn't this children's game have that in it? Let's put it on. complete with this mask. There we go. And then let's go earn some money. We have €5. We're probably going to need more at some point anyway, so let's do it. Which one is the... This is the... Meow. I'm not very good at it either. You have to like...
Put your hands together for
Oh,
Punchy LaRue.
and they made us have a stage name of Punchy LaRue. You have to match the sounds with a specific dance move. It's quite hard. Wait. So, sorry everyone. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. They hated it. They hate me. That sad applause. It's really hard, okay? What, which, oh, that was that one. We're not going to get any money for this. Wait, am I doing the wrong one? There we go. They hate me doing that ocarina.
Good job, Punchy. Here's your tips.
We got €2. Yep, this is what we meant by the catsuit. They were like, put on this catsuit and dance, and I was like, excuse me? When in Venice, dance in a catsuit. Nice, Kona. Nice, Fox. Yep. And we earned €2 for that, because we didn't do that well. But I did quite well before, and I only earned like €8, was it? Traumatized. Absolutely traumatized. Okay.
Did that. Did that. Did that.
Okay, so I need to find out who Gina is. And we need to steal a stuffed sapphire. What? Your thumbs? Kona's lost it. The catsuit. All glory to Fox, yes. You've immortalised it. They're too fast. Fast thumbs Kona. Bam. I don't know. They were like, this audience is very specific. They want this catsuit, and when you hear a certain noise, you need to do this dance. Okay, let's see if maybe the woman knows. Okay, one sec, I need to just go and unlock the door.
Nancy, is everything all right?
Other than the fact that Enrico Tazza wants me to commit a felony for him, everything's fine.
He wants you to commit a crime?
He thinks I'm someone named Samantha Quick. Have you heard of her?
I'm not free to say.
Well, apparently she's a thief. A very good one. So good, he wants her, me, to steal the Sadal Malik sapphire for him.
That is wonderful, Nancy.
It is?
The Sadal Malik was stolen years ago, so whoever you will be stealing it from is not its rightful owner anyway. And once this investigation is over, we can recover the sapphire from Tazza. And if you steal it for him, he will truly think you are someone he can trust.
I'm back. I'm back.
You'll help me, right?
No.
You
It's
must
a no.
do this on your own. If we make it easy for you, he might
Okay.
become suspicious, and everything would be ruined.
What if I I get caught?
We will let you go, of course. But you will be dropped from the case and be forced to leave Italy immediately.
Great.
As for this
Oh
Samantha,
my god, they're gonna kill Samantha quick.
we will take care that she does not show up unexpectedly. You can do this, Nancy. You will do this. I am confident.
Glad somebody is.
Okay. What are you doing, Finny?
Can't check that off yet.
Who is this Gina? Did we find something in the... Maybe we can seduce...
Hello, Nancy.
I've kept you long enough.
Cheerio.
I love how we're still in this costume, by the way. Oh, Finny. Say something, Colin. Do we look fabulous?
Ooh, great mask.
Oh, she likes it.
I'll come back later, okay?
1-1.
Of course she does. Of course she likes it. We think it's her, Violet and I.
Hello, Nancy.
I hear you've been using the fact that Colin has a criminal record to try to get him to do things that may not be totally legal.
Who tells you this? Colin, he says that? Because I do no such thing. It is him. He is the one who wants to break the law. Margarita, he says, pay me 1,000 euros, and I will find a way to save you 10,000 euros on your renovation. No, I tell him, lasciamo stare.
Nah, this lady is bad. Bad person. She hates Nancy as well. She was telling everyone how much she hates. I don't really know. How long have I been playing for? I can't remember what time we started. It was either... It's probably like maybe 1.5 hours in. Yeah. She's known as Violet's Nan because she reminds Violet of her own Nan. She was just telling everyone, we overheard her telling everyone she doesn't like us and doesn't want us here, and then from the roof a vase fell on our head.
How did you find out he had a record?
He told me. When he asked me if I wanted him to lie to the council, he was trying to prove he had experience in such things and could get away with it. And now, he is telling you that cheating on the renovations was my idea? Oh, once a liar and a thief, always a liar and a thief. This is what I get for being nice.
Oh, and Colin used to be an art thief.
To find out I hired such a man, I will be the laughingstock of Venezia. So please, Nancy, please, keep what you know to yourself.
Oh my god. Shall we tell her about our euros, bro?
Kind of low on euros.
You are not asking me for a handout, I hope, or a loan.
Do you know anyone who might loan me the money?
No.
Oh.
But do not stop with me. There are many ways for people with energy and volio to make money in this city. Go to Rialto Market and see what people are buying. Use your eyes. Use your
People are
brain.
buying cats.
You will think of a way.
Cat suits.
Talk to you later.
Ciao.
Yeah, so we're looking for an art thief, and this guy went to prison for being an art thief, so it can't be him, basically. She's a journalist. That woman on the roof owns the place we're staying at. We've got to find this Gina woman. Maybe I shouldn't have pretended I knew who She was. Oh, this, we haven't been here before. Okay. What is this? Seems like a secret spy thing. Uh-oh. We're going to jail. Home. That's okay. We got fatal errored. Let me in. I'm Nancy Drew. Well, what else can we do around here? Oh yeah. Actually arrested in a cat suit. Oh, Finny! Somebody knocked on the door. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I'm back. He did. He surely did. It was only my granddad, though. My poor granddad. Okay, so we can't do anything there yet, I'm guessing. Hi, Kona. I'm Kona. So we've got that combination that we don't know what to do with. We need to find out the password to his computer. We did that. We need to figure out who Gina is. And then we need to steal the blooming sapphire. Maybe if we just go back to him and be like, actually, I don't know who Gina is, please help. I lied. If we go back in the cat suit, is it going to be like an error? Because he only knows us in the blonde wig. Yeah. We've got to go get dressed back up. Oh. Hi Dad, I'm Puggo. Hi, nice to meet you, Puggo. Right, let's get back in the blonde wig. And see if that works. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. She's looking great.
Please, come in. Enrico is at the scopa table.
Of course he is. So, Mr. Enrico, I lied.
Do you have the sapphire?
Can I ask you something?
You may ask me anything, but only while we're playing scopa.
Then I guess I'll come back later.
Okay. That's a bust. Okay, well, I'm going to call it there because now my brain is fried. Oh, there's so much scopa. Yay! Nancy Drew. We played almost 4 hours of it, so that's good. Let's find somebody to raid, if we can. No, no one I'm following is live, so that makes it more difficult. Yeah, it is. Oh, hi, Vic. Yeah, I feel like you've done this before, Vic. Okay, let's just try and... It's really hard to find someone when you're playing Nancy Drew because nobody else streams it. So we might just have to end because nobody I follow is live and no one playing Nancy Drew is really live, so there's some people playing it but they're not playing in English, so there's no point sending you over, so we might just end. Okay, well, I will see you tomorrow for more Nancy Drew. Hopefully we'll finish it. Sometimes with a fresh brain I instantly know what to do and sometimes I don't, so let's see. Thank you for coming. See you soon. Bye.